Hey guys, this is going to be a bonus video covering a couple other trees that I have just really quickly. And I also want to mention that I made a mistake. I added some annotations to the video, but I want to kind of cover that real quick. So I usually come from a Maya background. I'm still, getting used to using Redshift and Houdini, and I actually made a mistake for the normal map. And so let me actually show you. Originally, I had it set up piped into the coding, but that's actually wrong because I was looking for the bump slot, and this is the coding bump slot. So like if you think of like a wood table and it's got the shellac on it to give it that thin sheen on it, like a thin layer of like paint or something on top. This is where you would add minimal scratches and stuff onto that thin clear coat. And so I made the mistake of having the tree bark normals plugged into into the bump input here. And that's actually wrong. So in Maya, just so you guys know, the bump slot is inside the Redshift material. And this is not how you do it in Houdini. So again, my mistake. Hopefully, like I said, I wrote annotations in the video so everyone will see it. But I'm going to cover it anyways in this quick little bonus video just to make sure. So if we actually look at it right now, let's just check out this bark, and that's actually what it looks like with the normal. So if we look at it, there's no normal really going on. So how I had it was coding bump input, and you can't really notice it. If you use a coat normal input, it's really subtle, and that's just because like I said, it's supposed to be the clear coat layer that's getting changed. So the way you're actually supposed to do this is, let's kill that. And just so you know, you could hold the Y key and it makes the icon into little scissors, and that lets you cut wires out. And so the proper way to do this actually is the output is supposed to go into the Redshift material slot out here where you have your displacement, and then you have your bump map. And so now you could see obviously the difference. So let's go through here. And so if I completely, oh yeah, and another thing, the speed tree textures come in flipped. So make sure you click flip normal Y. If you uncheck this, you'll notice in certain things like this little nodule, it's not actually poking up like it should. So make sure you flip that, and there we go. Now it's properly, the bump on the normals are proper, and that's all you really got to worry about. And again, apologies for that mistake. And so instead of piping it into here, just remember for the main video to connect that into the bump slot for all of them. And so, okay, cool. I'm gonna quickly go through and shade another tree asset using the techniques, and I'll just be talking about it really quickly. So if you hit the U key on the keyboard when you're over here, it takes you up. I key takes you in. That's the way I remember it. I in, U up. So let's go to the objects, and let's go home. Press the H key, and it'll take you home to wherever your stuff is. And let's actually hide this tree. And so let's shade this coconut palm tree that I got. And here we go. So let's shade this really quickly. And let's make sure everything's okay, everything's set up in here. And let's how many materials do we need? Let's add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so 9 materials is what we need. So let's type that in real quick. Cool. Oh, and let's actually kill this preview, and let's just quickly get in here and set this all up. So let's go to the material contacts. Let's make a new one of these little tabs. Put that back in here. And label this palm tree. And what we're going to do is I already came in here and corrected the normal map on these. And so, like I mentioned in the other video, let's just duplicate these just to speed things up. So we got the bark, we got the leaf, and that's, basically what we'll use. And so let's relabel this as palm tree. And we'll just copy this, paste it down here, and we'll go in here and we'll just change the texture input. So let's open that up. And since I already exported these a while ago, they're already, in proper folder order and stuff like that. So, oh wait, not a broadleaf, palm tree. And actually, I think this is a coconut palm. There's coconuts somewhere. Yeah, right there. So this is the coconut palm. And we'll start with the bark. Palm bark. We'll load that up. And for the normal, do the same thing. And let's actually uncheck the sequence. And go back up. Normal, bark, normal. There we go. And so let's just check out how this is looking. Use the viewport render preview. Oh yeah, I gotta sign this. So actually, let's first just build these really quickly, and then that way I'll have them all assigned on the tree instead of taking the time to go through it all. And so let's load this up now with the coconut leaf. Several leaves, so wow, 4 leaves. Okay. So we'll go with this. We'll load up. If there's a reflection, let's find out. Coconut leaf, normal, specular. Here we go. Go with the specular. And leaf 1, normal. Coconut leaf 1, normal. Okay, and then we just need the alpha. Coconut leaf alpha. Okay, cool. And we can tweak all this after, but let's just first get these laid in. So there's 4 leaves, so let's make 4 of these total. And again, hold Alt after you selected a node. Hold Alt, drag it down, and space these out a little. Okay, and we'll go in here, and I believe they're numbered 1 through 2, 3, 4. Okay, yeah, so they're numbered. So all we got to do is we'll go in here and just change this to 2. 2, 2, and 2. Go back up, change these to 3. And see, this is why proper naming convention in the files you save out and stuff can really save you time. Instead of naming everything really weird and unique, and if you have naming convention like this that's numbered and frame numbered, stuff like that will really end up saving you a lot of time. So I could just change this rather than having to dig through the folders and find the unique name for whatever the texture is and stuff. Okay, and let's actually now go up to the OBJ and just check out. Let's assign some of these. So let's just go through and actually assign all of these uniquely. And this is already the bark, so we could load this up. Palm tree, where are we going? Palm. Oh, there we go. So bark. The clip. Leaf 1. Leaf 2. Leaf 3. Leaf 4. Coconut. And fawn stem. Okay, cool. So let's go to leaves. And leaf 1. Let's just copy this. 2. Oh. 3. 4. Okay. And let's fire up the IPR, the viewport IPR again. And okay, cool. And obviously the red underside, that's because I just duplicated it from the last tree we made. And so I gotta change that out myself. But let's get in here. Let's work on this bark first. So we've got the normal going on. Looks alright. Let's go to material, bark, and let's actually decrease the normal. Let's try 2, 1. I'm gonna go with maybe a 2. Well, let's see 3. No, 3's too strong. What about a -3? Yeah, that's going the wrong way. Let's zoom in a little bit more. Let's go with yeah, I think two's pretty good. It's noticeable, but it's not super strong, so that we'll be able to see it when we're way out here. And now the leaves, they should not be red underneath like they're doing right now. So let's go in here, tweak this color correct. So this is connected to the ray switch, and so let's turn off the hue shift completely. Let's see what's going on. Let's resize this actually so we see all the leaves. Okay. Hard to tell which one it's affecting. So let's just actually desaturate. Which one's it affecting? Let's turn it off for all the leaves first so we can just kind of zero in on which ones are doing what. And let's turn that off. Put it back to 1. And go in here. Put that back to 1. Zoom back out. 0. Back to 1. Okay, now pretty sure that this is just a texture thing. So I actually kind of like it already like this. I don't think we need to add too much variation to the underside of the leaves. Let's kind of go under here. And zoom in. Yeah, they already look kind of cool. I guess the texture already comes with the brown dying, decaying. But technically, well, this isn't a leaf type that would actually be less saturated underneath. So I think we'll just stick to this. This is already kind of cool. So let's actually just get rid of these nodes. Just go into diffuse directly. Just save ourselves some extra node processing that it's kind of wasted, since we don't want to use that. Let's plug this back in, diffuse, boom, 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 delete these, go back up, plug that into diffuse, delete these. Okay, and the translucency, how are we doing there? I think the leaves are a little too solid for my taste. Well, but then again, they're kind of thick, these type of leaves, so maybe they'll work. Let's check it out from up here. Let's look at the way the specular is on there. See if we could maybe tweak the roughness. Yeah, something like that. Because we were getting a little bit of fireflies and spots, and we don't need that. Since some of these leaves are usually found in tropical areas, and leaves like that have a waxy kind of a surface to help water beat off, and so you want actually some like that film. So you want some roughness, some glossiness going on. Okay, cool. Let's get these stems textured now. So let's bring this down a little more. Let's duplicate the bark, since I assume these won't have an alpha. They're going to be solid. So let's do that. And let's actually check out the name. So speed tree assets, palm tree, coconut palm. And I'm going to assume we're going to need to make the coconut skin. Coconut skin. We're going to need to make the cap. And what else do we got? The stem. There's also, yeah, so then the stem also. So let's do that. And then I think we're going to have a leaf. Oh no, we already did the leaflet. So yeah, so the stem. Okay. Cool. So let's do the stem first. Load up the stem. Right here, stem detail. I guess it does have an alpha. So we'll make that right now. Load up the normal. And let's move this to the side really quickly and type in sprite. drop in the Redshift sprite shader right in here in between, and we'll load up the stem alpha. Okay, cool. And let's go back up. Let's do the coconut. Coconut, stem, leaf, coconut skin, and coconut skin normal. Let's go back up. Thought I made a cap, but guess not. So let's duplicate that. Cap. Let's go in here. Cap. Cap normal. Okay, and let's actually go to OBJ now. Go in here. Let's assign these. So cap, palm tree cap. Then bark is already assigned. Palm clip, I actually have to look for that. I haven't made that one yet. Frond stem, coconut skin, and the stem. Okay, that obviously changed. And let's do palm clip. Not sure what piece that is, but we need to make one. So let's see. Back to material. Palm clip. And let's look that up. What's in here? Coconut palm bark, palm clip. Okay, and it appears to have an alpha. So normal. We'll move these to the side again. Drop in a sprite shader. Drop that in here. Open this up. Get the clip alpha. And go back up. Go into the OBJ. And drop that in. Bark. Palm tree bark. Clip. Where is it at? Palm clip. There we go. Okay. And let's zoom out. Let's actually crop this in. Cool. And let's zoom in here. Let's make sure. Yeah, the coconuts. We've got, that's what the palm clip. It's these things right here. We've got the stem stuff, the coconuts going on. Let's go around. Some of these coconuts look a little dark. So let me actually see what's going on there that's causing them to be really dark like that. Go to matte. Tree cap stem. Let's see what's going on here. Base properties, weight, it's cool, specular. Let's just turn that off. See what's going on. What's this even adjusting? I don't see a difference. Let's put that back down to 1. Let's check this out. What's going on? It could just be the lighting. Just not getting shade. I mean, it's in shade. Which is actually kind of what it looks like. So it should be fine. Zoom out. Yeah, looks like it's fine. Just in case maybe something weird's going on with the normals, let's just drop a normal node in here just to make sure. Refresh this. Yeah, no, it's just the way it's supposed to be. Okay, cool. So I believe everything is textured now. That needs to be textured. Looks like it is, at least. And okay, cool. Palm trees, ready to go. So now we can move on to the next asset. Let's turn that off. We've got this cool looking tree, this live oak. So let's go in here again. Assign a material. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, so we need 5. Let's hit 5. Let's go up. Live oak is the name. Drop down and another. Oh, why did it drop on there? Go up there. Swing this open. Actually, we won't need it this big since there's only a few. 5. Live oak. And we'll probably need, guessing, 2 leaves. 2 assets that'll need to be cut out. So let's just do that. Live oak. Copy that. Paste. Paste. And I'm not sure if there's more than 1 leaf, but we can rename this. So let's actually fix this also. So we'll find out right now. So let's open this up, go up again into the broadleaves, live oak, and we have a moss. Okay, so it's a Spanish moss and a leaf. Okay, so let's load up the live oak. Live oak. Find the normal, live oak, normal. Okay, cool. Let's jump back up. And also, if you want to see it kind of in your viewport, I mean, I know that it's adding it once I add it, but you could turn on display materials on objects and stuff like that. Usually I don't have them on just because it's lighter on the viewport, but just so you know. Similar to in Maya when you hit the 6 key between 5 and 6, where you have the textured assets or just flat shaded stuff like that. Okay, but anyways, okay, leaf. Where were we? Let's get the leaf. Oh, go up. Live oak. Here we go. So this comes with the specular also. So, okay, cool. So let's actually get that in there. Live oak leaf spec. Leaf normal right there. Then we'll get the alpha into the sprite shader. HD leaf alpha. Okay, let's go up. And actually, let's just delete this one and bring this one down since it'll be pointing into the live oak folder already. And let's rename this the Spanish moss. And now we'll just load up the Spanish moss. Spanish moss. Oh, I guess there's two of them also. Okay. Is there a specular Spanish moss? Yep. There is a specular. And Spanish moss normal. And then we'll load up the alpha. Okay, cool. And we'll just duplicate this, holding Alt, drag it down. And we'll name this 2. 1. Oh. 1. And we'll go in here and just change this from a 1 to a 2. Okay, and I believe there's one more thing we gotta, it might be the cap, but I'm not 100% sure. Let's actually check. Yeah, cap, detail moss wrap. Well, there's for sure gonna be a cap, so let's make sure we get that in. And normal. And let's go check the object itself just to make sure. So let's, the cap goes to the cap. Live oak. Spanish, where's the, oh, it's not named properly, I forgot. Let's actually go name that right now. Cap. Okay. So where were we? Object. Live oak. Okay, there we go. So cap. The bark. The leaf. Spanish oak leaf. Moss 1. And moss 2. All right. And let's check out how this is looking. So let's do a quick little preview. Okay, cool. Let's zoom in here and check this out. Okay, let's look at the bark. Normal looks a little strong. So let's bounce into the little bit of lag. Let's bounce into here and try 1. Yeah, this is a little better, a little more subtle. Zoom out. Yeah, this is better. Okay, let's check out this this moss stuff. I'm guessing that's what this is. This moss has usually kind of got a fuzzy attribute to it, so I would actually maybe increase the translucency on this a bit. Let's try 0.75, I mean, and let's drop this down, increase the roughness a bit, quite a bit actually, and let's add a little diffuse roughness to give it a little chalky kind of a feeling. And let's zoom out. Do the same thing also for the Spanish Moss 2 redshift material. So let's add a little 0.25. Yeah, no, that's a little too strong. 0.2. And drop the reflection weight to something like 0.8. Roughness to 0.85. And the translucency 0.75. Since I'd assume these are pretty thin, let's go under, look for the sun. Yeah, right here, and see how we're doing with translucency. Oh, zoom in. The leaves seem pretty translucent. We got some nice translucency in the shadows going on and stuff. So not bad. Let's check this out. Something a little more in direct light. Yeah, this looks pretty cool. Got the moss going on right here. Got the normal on the branches, not too exaggerated. It's, you know, it's there. And there's layering with the translucency of the leaves. So it looks, the translucency is good on the leaves. So let's actually go from the outside in now. Check out the specular. I think the leaves could have a little stronger specular. So, oh, let's go in here, increase the specular, drop the roughness to something, I don't know. Let's try 0.3, something a little glossier. 0.2. Zoom out. Let's try this. Let's rotate around. Zoom out a little more. Yeah, I think the specular is alright. But now, for these leaves, let's actually get some variation on the underside. So, let's go. This is cool right here. Let's go a little bigger. Alright, cool. So let's get some variation. And to do that, we use our good old ray switch. So tab, ray switch. And let's drop that down in between our texture and our diffuse. Enable front and back. And obviously, you know, if we turn on red, we'll see the bottoms be red. So let's move this out of the way. And let's use color correction. And we'll put our output into there, into the input. And let's move this down. And we'll move this into our out color, into the camera back. And so for now it's going to look identical because we're not correcting anything. But let's maybe desaturate the bottoms a little bit, since these leaves probably would have a fuzzy bottom. So desaturate the bottom, maybe shift the hue. I don't know. Let's see if we can shift it into a little more of a yellow. Kind of like that blue shift though that we got. Oh, this looks kind of cool. Kind of like the blue shifting. But let's, you know, let's play around, see what we get. This is kind of nice too. A little bit of yellow variety in there. Let's zoom out and see how it looks overall. Kind of like the yellow. Let's okay, 310. Let's copy this just so we remember it, and let's shift to the blues. Yeah, no, the blues, like, it's a cool color, but it's a little less natural. So let's stick to this yellow, a little warmer. And let's zoom in, check out what it looks like from underneath. Might be a little too desaturated, so let's bring that back up. Let's see, if we shift the hue back to regular, what do we get? Yeah, I think the just a little shift into the yellow. So 340. Not too strong of a shift, but just enough, and a little bit of desaturation. I think we'll look good. Let's zoom out here. Alright, cool. I think this is good. And so, let's actually do a test render of this. Kind of like this. And so I'll pause it, and we'll do a test render in a little bit, and I'll be saving this for as a file for you guys, but to check out. And so yeah, there we go. You know, just really quickly, you could quickly duplicate shaders and start, you know, building up all your assets really quickly you know, using these techniques. And again, my apologies for the mistake in the last video, but you know, like I said, I added annotation, and you know, I make mistakes too, guys. So, but the whole point is you got to see me make them, and I showed you what I did wrong and how we could, you know, fix things. So, okay, cool. Thanks again, you know, everybody for the support, and I'll be working on the next video next month, and we'll keep moving on, making more assets, and eventually we're going to use all this stuff and put together a nice scene where we'll have a little camera moving and stuff like that, and hopefully make some really cool stuff that we can then project on and assemble and nuke, and you know, really take the shot really far. And so this is the first stage. We're building our little asset library, and you know, we're following along, and we'll be making more stuff. And it's like I said, this course is more of a pipeline workflow kind of thing, so we'll be doing a little bit of everything from shading stuff to sculpting to, you know, just a little bit of everything. All right, guys, thanks.